I'm aware I look a hot mess. My hair is not cooperating. It's getting frizzy because it's been raining every single day. But anyway, that's besides the point. Welcome to another video. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. It's your girl Rihanna Cachet, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys how I got over $100,000 in scholarships. No joke. I haven't even calculated how much all the scholarships equal up to, but I'm pretty sure it's over that amount because I got a lot of scholarships and I am proud to say that. And I'm not trying to brag or any way, shape, or form. I'm just trying to help you guys out as well, because I know being a college student is expensive. It is hard out here, especially if you're trying to move out, if you have other obligations or responsibilities to be taken care of at home. So if that's the case for you, or you just want to make sure you come out of college debt free, watch this video, pay close attention, and yeah.
And can you make it last forever? I said I'm about to go to war.
I know this video is a little bit different than what I got going on this month, the whole autumnal theme, fall themed, spooky season kind of vibe going. But I am doing this video because we're still in school, you know, college is still here, and it's not only is it college, it's midterm season. So 4.0 season, I'm speaking it into existence. So it's like I said, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I got over so much in scholarships and how I'm able to go to school and stuff like that. Literally, guys, I am paying no money this semester, this school year, my freshman year, paid free. No student debt. What can you win scholarships and grants for? You can win scholarships and grants for your talents. If you're a writer, a singer, a dancer. I actually went to an arts high school where everybody had like a different major. I was a creative writing major in particular, and I got a scholarship for being a creative writing major in my senior year. So you can definitely win scholarships for that, and they do come in clutch because not everybody can do what you can do. So if you have a talent, definitely look for things you can apply to for that. You can get a scholarship or a grant for community service. So if you have a lot of community service hours, or if you don't and it's like your freshman year or the year before your freshman year, definitely try to rack those community service hours up, because they can come in handy and they can help you out in the long run. Also, it's good to get back to your community. Definitely do that. Academics, of course. Merit-based scholarships are like well, I think after athletic scholarships, they're like the number one. Because people think, oh, you're just a smarty pants, teacher's pet, whatever the case may be. But doing that, I promise you, is going to pay off. Doing your work, getting A's, focusing, studying, doing your homework, that is going to pay off. Good grades does pay. Good grades like literally pay. Sometimes people will contact you, which this happened to me before, where if you get good enough grades, you get checks in the mail, like if you were to work a job. And I believe they're monthly checks. If your report card comes out and they're good, then you keep getting these checks. And it's just, you know, if your grades are slipping, try to bring it back up. Don't just think, well, it's done at this point, they're slipping, they're gone. No, keep trying, because colleges like to see that effort that you have. Even if you fail, you got back up, that determination. So definitely keep going, and that is academic scholarships. And I did talk about it just a second ago, but the next type of scholarship you can win is athletic. So next kind of scholarship you can get is athletic scholarships. This is like a prevalent, one of the most given out scholarships. I kind of get a little salty at the thought of it. We're not even going to get into that conversation. I think they do give a lot more athletic scholarships than academic scholarships, but that's neither here nor there. But if you are really good at athletics, if you are on your basketball team and you're the star player, football player, whatever, or if you're just a really good player and people know that about you and scouts are watching, you can definitely get athletic scholarships, without a doubt. You can also get scholarships or grants for the field you're majoring in or the career path you're going down. They give scholarships to select business students or biology or STEM majors or psychology. I don't know if I said that already. Or other things like that, writing even. So if you are going into a particular field, try to find scholarships that are towards that field, because that is going to decrease the amount of people that's applying for that particular scholarship, because not everybody wants to be a business major, not everybody wants to be a psychology major. So definitely look into that. You can also get scholarships from the jobs you're working. A couple of jobs that I have worked have offered scholarships to its teenagers, its graduating seniors or even juniors to check with your jobs and see what scholarships they offer, because you can definitely find something in that particular field. If you're attending a certain school, some schools do offer scholarships just because it's their school scholarship that they give away every year or something like that. I know my school does. I know a lot of schools here do, so I'm pretty sure a lot of schools in some other places around the world definitely do offer scholarships just because you graduated from that particular school. Also, the greatest scholarship that came in clutch for me is the need-based scholarship. If your estimated family contribution, or your EFC, on your financial aid, FAFSA, if that's like 0 or really low, as well as if you know like you're an impoverished person or like a little below middle class or middle class, you can definitely get scholarships, need-based scholarships, and those really come in handy because you know you need this money. You want to go to school but you can't afford it, so your lack of affordability essentially is what gets you the scholarship. Now that I talked about what type of scholarships that you can apply for and what kind of scholarships you can win, I'm going to go into what type of scholarships there are. Now, a lot of people think there's only institutional scholarships, something like that. No, there's a lot of scholarships out there that a lot of people don't know about, and you would be surprised. I've talked to so many people I've graduated with who didn't know about these, but I'm trying to put everybody on because I think everybody deserves a chance at winning scholarships and being able to afford an education, because education to me is very important. So let's get into it. There is international scholarships. These are scholarships that anybody in the world can apply to. I'm trying to think of an international scholarship, but I can't seem to find one in my head. But I know there are some, and yes, those are a little bit more difficult because everybody in the world is applying to them. But hey, you gotta try. I think that's the worst part, people who don't try. You're not gonna win anything if you don't try. So those might be the more difficult ones, but hey, still a type of scholarship that you can apply for. The next is national scholarships. Now this is people who are in your continent can apply to them. So I'm in the United States of America. Anybody in the United States of America can apply. Like I think the Beyonce or the McDonald's Black and Positively Golden and the Coca-Cola scholarships are a few national scholarships that I know about, where everybody in the United States can apply to them. And you would be surprised how many people thought like, I applied, it's a national thing, I'm not going to win, but they did. I actually know a girl who won off of the Coca-Cola scholarship right here in this city. So definitely keep on applying. National is a little less competitive than international, but definitely still apply. You know, just apply yourself for everything. Next, you got statewide scholarships, which is still a bit big depending on what state you stay in. I stay in New York State, so of course that's pretty big. But no lie, no joke, I applied to this one scholarship. It was a housing scholarship for New York State, and I applied my senior year, and I got it by what? Default. I got it by default because nobody else in my state applied, and that was an easy couple, like $1,000 or so. That was easy money because nobody else was going to apply. So definitely apply for those state scholarships. Your chances are increased because it's just a state, not like the continent, not like the country, not like anything, you know, it's just a state. Next is institutional scholarships, the main one that most people know about. That is usually what you get when you apply to the school, and they go based upon your character, your personality, maybe even your essay and your grades, of course. Not everyone goes off of grades and test scores, but a lot of colleges do, and that is what you get when you apply, and you get it in your package. This is how much we're going to cover. However, when I originally applied to Howard and I got my financial aid academic package back, or whatever, how much I was going to receive in grants and scholarships, it was a little lackluster, I'm not going to lie, but eventually I didn't beg or complain at all. Some people, that is your technique, that's how it works to you, that is fine, but personally I think I emailed financial aid about a whole different occurrence, and they looked at my account and they just added an additional amount of money just because I wasn't begging or I was really kind with her. I don't know what it was, but they added a lot of extra money, and that is how I was able to afford going to Howard, and I'm grateful because I really need that. So definitely institutional scholarships, look out, and they really help. So keep your grades up, but also you got to think most of the time institutional scholarships can be athletic or academic for the most part. You're on scholarship there. That means you cannot slack like that, like other people can who are having school paid for by their dad or their mom, or they already had something set aside for school, because you're on scholarship. What essentially can happen is if your grades drop below a certain bar, or you're not playing your best athletic wise, you can potentially lose that scholarship and you're just going to be out here all alone. So definitely institutional scholarships are great, but try to have more outside income sources and other resources of scholarships just to solidify your position and make sure if you did potentially lose your institutional scholarship, you can still attend the school that you're going to. And my favorite, the best scholarships for me is local scholarships. Local are from your community, from your school, from your job, from your city. Those are the local scholarships, and I promise you they are just, they're wonderful. I honestly won most of my outside scholarship money from local scholarships. I probably won over several $1,000s in local scholarships because, again, by default, a lot of people don't apply, or because the pool of people who are applying is so small that your chances are increased. So definitely apply to your local scholarships. Those are the ones for me. Those are really the ones. Your chances are so much more, they're better because no one else is applying to them, or it's just such a small amount of people applying to them. So I would definitely look into those. Moving on, what if you still need more money after you get scholarships and grants, which can definitely happen. Sometimes your tuition bill for the year is $40,000 and you only got like half of that. So where's the other $20,000 going to come from? Don't resort straight to some very skeptical methods. Try and do other things like getting a job. Jobs are not the easiest thing in the world. It's definitely not easy balancing a job in school or your other extracurricular activities, but it is what's necessary if you're going to get the bill paid. I'm not saying work a full-time job while you're in school, because being a full-time student is definitely an obligation. But I will say that you can work part-time, maybe 25, 30 hours a week. If that's too much, maybe 15, 20, just to make a little something to help pay off your bills so you're not too much in student debt. You can also make more money by getting gifts. Graduation, birthdays, Christmas, all that. Any holiday you have, if you ask for money because you're a college student and you really need to pay off your bills and that's your number one priority for you, then you can definitely pay off your bills that way, because a lot of people are very generous when it comes to giving money for a college student sometimes, or if it's your birthday and stuff like that. So I know for me personally, when I graduated, I got a nice little amount to set me up for college. It wasn't like nothing crazy. It was a nice little amount, and I'm very grateful for it. And definitely I will say getting money as a gift instead of getting things can be really beneficial for a college student.